Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy DLloyd, and we are here starting off a brand new series. And this series is going to be using a fantasy draft, but with a catch. And we'll talk about that in just a second, man. But we're going to be starting point from fantasy draft. Obviously, we're going to have a custom coach for the league settings. For this one, we're going to be rocking all Madden. Now, a lot of you guys in the last Steelers series told me to use Madden 10 sliders. So for this series, as we really get ready for the other series, once the scouting update finally drops, hopefully sometime in September, we're going to be rocking with the Madden 10 sliders, see how we like those, and if we're going to potentially use those long-term moving forward. Now, the only thing we did change for these settings is obviously we're going to turn pre-existing injuries off because we're going to go with a fantasy draft. So I think that definitely makes sense. And then everything else, I believe, we kept the same. So nothing else crazy besides that fact that we turned off, pre-existing injuries. All right, guys. So I will have the link in the description, so you guys can go ahead and check out Madden 10 sliders yourself. And if he has any updates, you guys have the link. They are on Operation Sports. However, I'm going to show you what we have currently. So quarterback accuracy 42, pass blocking 50, receiver catching 45, run blocking 50, fumble 60. Pass defense reaction time down to 5, interceptions down to 15, pass coverage down to 5, tackling down to 48. And for the CPU, QB accuracy down to 30, pass blocking 50, receiver catching 45, run blocking 50, fumble 60, pass defense reaction time like ours is down to 5, interceptions down to 10, pass coverage down to 5, and tackling down to 48. The other change on special teams, or the only change on special teams, is pump power to 55. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but we'll definitely rock with it. Injuries are down from 25 to 12. Fatigue is up all the way to 75. And shocking, I never really played this way, but we're going to give it a shot. Men player speed threshold up to 75. So speed isn't as big of an advantage as it typically would be, which I could see making sense, right? Because if not, speed will be king, right? So that is not it. Then for penalties, offside to 65, false start to 65, holding to 65, face mask to 55, defensive pass interference up to 75, and then everything else is normal except for roughing the passer, which is down to 30. So those are the sliders. We're also on top of that, we're going to be making a no switch rule, so we cannot click onto a wide receiver, and on defense, whoever we have at the snap of the ball is who we have to keep for the entire defensive play. Obviously, we can switch pre-snap, but once the ball is snapped, that is it. We are locked onto that player. We will not be switching on. Now, for the challenge we're going to be doing with the fantasy draft, we are going to be doing an old veteran team, 30 years old and up. So we are not going to be drafting a single player who are in the 20s if we could avoid it. Now, maybe some weird situation, maybe later in the draft where there are no 30-plus overall or 30-plus-year-old players. If that's the case, we'll get the next highest guy. But we're going to try to get every single player on this team 30 years old and up. Give every single player a last chance, one last hurrah, right? We're probably going to be doing one season with this anyway. So give everybody one last hurrah and see what happens, man. So that is going to be the challenge for the actual draft itself. So we're going to jump straight into it. And you see, we picked 12. So now we got to go through, and we are using the Patriots, everything, their offense and their defense. So now we got to go through, and we got to figure out who we want with our first round pick. All right, so with our first round pick, it was somewhat of an easy choice. It really came down to Aaron Donald, who is 30 years old, and then Travis Kelce, who is 31 years old. But we know how important the defensive line is. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to rock with Aaron Donald with our first round pick, 99 overall. I mean, the dude's still a beast, man. Hopefully, he dominates for us this year, and you definitely have to pay attention to him, right? Because he's not just some slouch on the defensive side of the ball. All right, so the next pick is also somewhat easy in the second round. I thought about going Travis Kelce because he is still there, but I think we should definitely solidify the quarterback position because you look at the quarterbacks left. I mean, you have Tannehill, Matt Ryan, but of course, for one season, we got to go with the GOAT. So Tom Brady, 97 overall, 44. So he's well over the 30-year-old range, man. We're going to go with him. We're definitely going to go there. Tom Brady, welcome back to Foxborough. He is back with the New England Patriots. Let's go ahead and go to the next round. You see some of the young quarterbacks going, like Zach Wilson going already. So we have Aaron Donald, we have Tom Brady, and Travis Kelce is still there. So it looks like the older guys are just definitely falling, further and further drafts. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to pick up Travis Kelce, and now we have a legitimate tight end, right, we can run our offense through him with especially Tom Brady, man. So I like our draft so far. I mean, obviously, we're just picking guys from the top of the list because the older guys like to fall. But, I mean, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to keep doing it until they start getting rid of the good older guys. So, we're now in round 4. I mean, you have Devin McCourty out there. I think Cameron Hayward might be the move. Move him to the left end with Aaron Donald. That could be a scary tandem right there, man. That could be a very scary tandem. Devin McCourty is there as well as an X factor at the free safety spot. Rodney Hudson is there as well at the center spot. So, this one is tough because there's definitely some guys that we could go here. Michael Pierce, I thought he was maybe 30, not quite old enough. Running back's going to be tough because obviously there's not a lot of older running backs in the league that are pretty good. So, we're going to go ahead and go older at the center spot. We don't have anybody on offensive line right now. Just try to spread the wealth. So we're going Rodney Hudson as our center. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to take Devin McCourty, and we're going to see if Harrison Smith drops to the next round. If he drops to the next round, we're going Harrison Smith, and we're going to have those two, as our safeties, man. So Devin McCourty, he is coming back to Foxborough as well, man. And let's see if he still may be there. He is. So our team's about to be stacked, man. Our team's definitely going to be stacked this season because all the good guys they're just here. All right, so Calais Campbell is another guy we're picking up. All right, so things are starting to get a little tough now just because a lot of the older guys we already drafted. So they're off the board. The older guy I think we could go with here is getting our first receiver, who will obviously be in the slot. We're going to roll with Cole Beasley. He is a superstar, so he does come with abilities. He is 32 years old. So Cole Beasley, welcome to the squad. All right, so I finally figured out you can sort by age. You have to go all the way down to the bottom. And literally, the only 30-year-old running back, so we will draft from the 29-year-old pool, but the only 30-year-old running back currently is Latavius Murray. So Latavius Murray, we're going to go ahead and grab him now so we make sure we don't skip him. So at least we have a 30-year-old starting. Everybody else will try to draft from the 29-year-old pool when it comes to the running back spot. So Dante Hightower, we're going to draft him, 31 years old, finally getting our first linebacker. We may go right back to that linebacker position or at least outside linebacker, see if we can add another guy to the core, at least currently, man. You see the top guys right here. I think all these guys, maybe Danny Trevathan might be maybe over. There we go. Danny Trevathan over 30. Jamie Collins might be as well. All right, so we have two options really with Jamie Collins, Danny Trevathan. I'm not sure if anybody else here is over 30. So for the second guy, we definitely want to shore up the middle of the field. Let's go ahead and we'll go Danny Trevathan. I think Jamie Collins. Man, this one's so tough. I like that 85 play rec with Danny Trevathan looking like it's my UK guy, man. 85 play rec, a whole lot slower, but awareness is there, man. We're going to have to go with Jamie Collins here. We'll go Jamie Collins, bro. All right, at the wide receiver spot, Marvin Jones is there, but we're going to go with Antonio Brown. So two short guys, man, but AB, welcome back to Foxborough. All right, so as a backup quarterback, Captain Kirk, man, we're going to go with him, bro. Hopefully he never has to get into the game, but we're going to go with him as the backup quarterback for now, man, just to have somebody kind of similar to Tom Brady. Now, as we're here, round 14, you still have quite a few positions that we need to at least attempt to fill, but we're going to try to go ahead and get a second tight end, and I think that's going to be Rob Gronkowski, bro. So we're going to bring Gronk back, the best tight end room already in the league, man. So you're going to see a whole lot of two tight end sets, but it makes sense. All right, so we need a defensive tackle, so we're going to go ahead and get the big boy, Brandon Williams, 6'1", 340, being D-tackle in that 3-4. We need that nose, to not be able to move. He's 32 years old. We're bringing him in, man. So we're slowly filling out this roster, man, as we are now round 16. Like I said, slowly but surely, it's definitely coming. Definitely coming now. Kind of just looking at, we definitely need offensive linemen. We need a corner as well. Let's look at the oldest corners out there. We have some guys. Jimmy Smith, what is he, 33? We know Richard Sherman's over 30. Old man Joe's there. Is Chris Harris over 30? He is. That might be the move. Casey Hayward might be over. So we could get some solid guys who aren't obviously the fastest unless we get Patrick Peterson. That might be the move right there. Patrick Peterson does have some speed left. We'll go. Let's go back to back, man. Let's go Chris Harris. come back and get Patrick Peterson. What is his coverage looking like? 86. Yeah, we're going to go Chris Harris, 32 years old. Patrick Peterson, I would assume, will be there the very next round. And we have 2 of our corners already locked in and ready to go, man. So let's see if we can find Peterson. There he go. Get Patrick Peterson, man, and we are rolling so far. All right, so we need to start filling out this offensive line. We're going to look at Brown, man. We need to protect the blind side, right? Especially because our quarterbacks are now mobile. So we're going to go Brown there at left tackle. We still need the rest of the O-line except for center. We might just go on a streak, just getting all of our offensive line taken care of. See if we get a run blocker here at right tackle. As once again, we're sorting by age. I like that 95 strength. Is Marcus Cannon over 30? He is. Is it anybody else, though? Villanueva, but I don't feel like he's as strong. 87 strength, man. So I think just looking at these guys, yeah, we were going to roll with Marcus Cannon, the 95 strength. Hopefully he could get some running room. We don't have the fastest backs back there, so we need somebody to block for Latavius Murray. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and try to get our guards. Same thing again, man. There we go, 32 years old. Or Justin Pugh. Man, who do I want to go with? I like that 92. I feel like when in doubt, bro, I'm going to go strength every time. So that 93 strength, hopefully that is a difference maker. And now we need right guards. Just kind of fill out that spot with another guy who is over 30. You have Kyle Long. It's so many older guys. So many older guys. Let's go Duvernay Tardif. Okay, so as we got a little bit further into the draft, some 30-year-old running backs did start to pop up. Freeman's 29, so we're good there. We don't have to go older than that. So Damian Williams, 29, so close to that 30, man. We'll go Carlos Hyde then. We'll bring in Carlos Hyde, 30 years old, tried and true. But for our slot corner, we're going to go Desmond Trufant. Just getting solid secondary guys, man. Who are a little bit slower, but they still have something to prove, right? So that's the whole purpose of this. Something to prove left for these guys, as we are now almost halfway through the draft at round 24. Richard Sherman is still there, bro. Like, I'm tripping. I'm drafting other guys. I need to go get Richard Sherman, right? He's 33, but he could be our slot guy. All right, so we have to get future Hall of Famer A.J. Green, 79 overall still. Doesn't have the speed, but we need a true big physical wide receiver, and that's going to be A.J. Green. So we're going to go ahead and get a fullback now. So we're going to get Juszczyk. I'm hoping I'm saying his name right. The beast, though, from San Francisco. 30 years old. Probably one of the best, if not the best fullback in the game. We may need him. We don't have any pass rushers right now. Hopefully, we could find one like Pernell McPhee. 32 years old. I mean, doesn't have the speed at all. But, I mean, the 82 power moves, the 80 block shot. I mean, everything else is solid except for the speed. Let's take a look at Robert Quinn. He's 31 years old now. He does have the speed, but obviously he's not as good at getting after the quarterback. So I'm thinking with the speed threshold at 75, we may be okay with Pernell McPhee. So we're going to go ahead and grab him. He's a little bit better at getting after the quarterback and block shedding. So we'll go there. Now we need a left outside linebacker as we are at round 28. So we are moving, guys. We are definitely moving along. We're getting there to filling up at least everybody on our roster. And then we're going to start working on backups from there. Go to age. I think Cameron Wake might be the best guy. As soon as you sort by old age, he's 39, man. That is crazy. But the power moves are solid. Block shedding, not so much. Zone coverage, not so much neither, man. But, I mean, where else do you go at this point, right? We're not going to have a great pass rush when it comes to our outside linebackers. Our defensive line will definitely get after it. I mean, Sheard might be a little bit more well-rounded. Yeah, we're going to go Sheard. We'll see if We'll see if Cam Wake is available when we come back. If he's available, we'll grab him just as a backup. But we'll definitely roll with Sheard from the start. So let's go right back. There we go. Cameron Wake is still there. So we're going to grab him as the number 2 guy. So we're going to go Tyson Alulu at defensive tackle. I think we see some other guys when we sorted by age that we could definitely go after, as we are now round 31. So we are coming, guys. We are coming in terms of getting through this draft. You have Tyrod Taylor there now as well. Ah, man. Sorting by age at least helps kind of just see the top 100 guys that are available, right? I feel like Heinicke's not 30, right? He's 28, so we went too far up that list. Is Deron Harmon 30? There we go. That could be our number 2 safety, because I believe we only have 1 strong safety. We do. So we'll go Deron Harmon to be our number 2 strong safety. While we're, drafting backups, I think we got every position except for left end, even though we'll move one of our right ends over there. Let's go ahead and get a kicker. Justin Tucker is there, one of the best kickers in the game. And let's go ahead and take a look at the punters on the very, very next round. See if we can get a solid punter. Because that will, our special teams will be on point. Is Johnny Hekker over 30? He is. There we go. So we have 2 superstar kickers, kicker and a punter. He's hyped to be a member of the Patriots. So as a backup left end, we're going to go Steve McClendon there, 6'3", 310, 35 years old. So once again, well over our requirement for guys, over the age of 30. We're now getting down to the nitty gritty, right? We got to get the backups now for pretty much every single position. So we have 4 corners. I did not know we had that many. We definitely did our thing there. Let's go ahead and work on a backup offensive line, and then we'll kind of move on from there. So Ben Jones, 32. There we go. We have a good center, not even a decent, a good center as our backup center. So if we ever have any issues there, I think we will be okay. At the running back spot, we do have 2. Let's try to go ahead and get an older one, and that's going to be Adrian Peterson and Frank Gore. All the older guys are now showing up. They're now all showing up. Who do I want more, man? We'll go AP. Yeah, we'll go Adrian Peterson, man. He may start over Latavius Murray, if we're being honest. So we're going to grab Jason Peters at left tackle. I mean, the older guys are just sitting there, man. So we're about to just run through this offensive line really, really quick, man. I don't think it'll take too long at all. These are backups. Hopefully, none of these guys have to enter the game. You guys already know my thought process there. This dude don't even look like he's over 30, but he's 35. So here we go. We're just grabbing guys now. DeMar Dotson, welcome to the team as the number 2 right tackle. We now need 2 guards, and we can try to, knock both of those out. We go to left guard. I mean, most of these guys are going to be older. That's why they're still sitting there. So we'll go Cordy Glenn. And then at right guard, we definitely need a power guy for the run game, man. We will go, is Greg Van, only 84 strength. I'm not a fan of that. Let's look at Veta. He's 28, bro. These young cats out here, man. We need some of the old guys. What's Lane Johnson looking like? I know he has 89 strength. I mean, Lane Taylor, bro. We'll roll with him. I wish Lane Johnson was sitting here at this point. We'll go Lane Taylor. You see third string quarterbacks really going right now. Is there really any quarterback? I mean, Big Ben. We have 2. Do we really want Ben Roethlisberger as our third guy? We could probably get another guy a little bit later, maybe like a Geno Smith. Bro, we just never gonna draft a number 3 quarterback for now. I think that's the move. We just gotta hope these guys don't get hurt. Frank Gore's still sitting there. We'll just grab him just to have a really old running back room, and then we'll kind of figure out who's gonna play as we move forward. So Deshaun Jackson is sitting there, still has 95 speed, and there we go. That's a burner. That's probably our kick returner as well. I know Goodwin is there, man, but I think Deshaun Jackson is a better wide receiver. So we'll go him as our number 4. And for a third tight end, Jimmy Walker, bro, he is sitting there. Jimmy Graham, is sitting there. So we're going to roll with him, 34 years old. We have 3 capable or more than capable tight ends. So now we are winding down when it comes to the draft. Only a few picks left, really, man. We have pretty much everything. Maybe we could get a fifth wide receiver, but we got pretty much everything when it comes to wide receivers, or really when it comes to offense. So, man, let's just get Larry Fitzgerald. Why not, man? Try to get my boy Larry a ring. This speed's about to be atrocious. 82 speed. But let's bring in Larry Fitzgerald. This is just a guilty pleasure pick, man. We're gonna get big boy Kelvin Benjamin, man, who can't get or cut weight for any reason, man. 6'5", 268. I mean, we're gonna grab him. If we can find Tebow later, we'll grab him too. So we're gonna go Earl Thomas as our backup free safety. So we get a backup there, and I think we need 2 outside linebackers. 2 backups for our outside linebackers. Let's check. Yeah. Well, we have 2 lefts. We need 1 more right outside linebacker. Let's look at who we have on the left side. I think we did get Cam Wake. We did. All right, so we need at least 1. Arcavius Mingo, Vic Beasley. Vic Beasley, is he 30 already? He's not. He's 29. Very, very close to 30. Robert Quinn should be 30. So we'll go Robert Quinn as a number 2 right outside linebacker. So, I mean, we're almost done, man. I think we got, 5 picks, maybe 6 picks. I don't know if it's 52 or 53 in a fantasy draft. We'll definitely find out. As we have 2 D tackles, let's go ahead and get a 3rd defensive tackle. That is plenty enough for us. Corey Peters, 33. You got to get my UK guys, man. So we bring in Corey Peters. That's 3 D tackles. We should be done with that position. Quarterback, we never got a 3rd quarterback, I don't think either. So let's just get a 3rd one now. Not named Ben Roethlisberger. Let's go Colt McCoy, just for the heck of it. Colt McCoy is 34 years old. Man, that man, the fact that he's still in the league, I mean, credit to him. Credit to him. All right, so now we are looking at the last few picks for sure. I mean, we have just about everything. Maybe we can use another left end, even though we're moving one of our right guys to left. If we do that, so we'll need that. We'll actually need both. We'll need a backup for both. So we'll go Ziggy outside at left, and we'll come back. We'll get a right end. And then after that, man, I mean, we'll just go and look at the top 100 players available and see if there's anybody that we want. Yeah, so we'll get a right end here. I want somebody over 300 pounds. That's how I like my 3-4. I mean, Trevon Coley, I don't even know who that is. He's 27. Sort by age again, man. I mean, there's no, crazy big guys. It's Claiborne over 30. We'll go Adrian Claiborne. Now, we may have either 1 or 2 picks left. We have at least 2 picks left because that's round 53 at the top. So, at least 2 picks left. Let's just go at this point, get the best, oldest guys out here, man. So, a bunch of wide receivers, a 3rd down guy. Do we need a 5th corner? We do need a 5th corner. All right, so let's go Aaron Colvin. He's 29. Dang it. All right, let's look at the cornerbacks so we can try to get one that's over 30. Prince Amukamara. Oh, we got to get Josh Norman, man, the guy who gets stiff-armed. But, I mean, he was great at one point, man. So long as, he doesn't go against Derrick Henry, we're set. I don't even know if it's 54 picks now because now it says 54 up there, man. I'm not really sure. But we are just going by age at this point, man. Really no idea who to bring in. I mean, just a bunch of wide receivers, really. I feel like we just don't need another one. Let's see if we could find a possible Tim Tebow or something like that out here, man. But I'm not sure if we will. I don't even know if he's still in the game. There we go. Nope, we have him. Tim Tebow right there, 34 years old. Why not? And then, is that it? No, we have one more. Bro, 55. How many picks is this thing? I know we're not going all 75. So, let's just get a 3rd center just in case. There we go. So, there we go. We're done. There's our draft. All right, guys. So, I think that's going to be it for this episode. We'll definitely go to week 1 in the next episode just so you guys see. Hopefully, we did not mess up. No, the youngest guy on the squad is 30 years old, and Carlos has a bunch of 30-year-old guys on the dot. The oldest guy, of course, Tom Brady. 44 years old, man. So we definitely do have a very, very, very old roster. Let's go ahead and give you guys a quick view here before we get out of here, and maybe we'll make some quick adjustments to what we want. Like, I want AB to be our #1 wide receiver. Cole Beasley is fine, but we'll go AJ Green #2. Latavius Murray. I want to go Adrian Peterson for now. Maybe we'll Murray, then Frank Gore. Quarterbacks are fine. Offensive line is actually, we have a really good offensive line, man. Tight ends are fine. Defensive side, defense, somewhat, questionable, but we have Calais Campbell, Brandon Williams, Aaron Donald. There we go, man. Chris Harris, Pat P, Richard Sherman, Harrison Smith. I mean, this squad is looking really good, actually, man. Just to be so old, too. Let's make Deshaun Jackson our return guy for both. And then specialist, slot corner, we'll go Pat P. No, we'll keep Chris Harris in there, man. McPhee, Cam Wake. Yeah, we'll keep Cam Wake. Donald, Campbell, Hightower, Jamie Collins. I mean, I guess that's fine. Cole Beasley, third down back. I mean, they want to go Frank Gore. I mean, we could roll with Frank Gore. That's fine. Power back, Latavius Murray. So that is the squad. You guys, 88 overall, man. We are a really high-rated team. You guys let me know what you thought of the fantasy draft with the 30-plus guys, man. They all have something to prove. They all want to go out on top one season. We are rocking with Matt 10 sliders, like I said earlier, man. But let me know your guys' thoughts, about this. Do we need to improve somewhere? If we trade for a player, he's also going to be 30 years old and plus. So that is still the requirements, man. So let me know any suggestions in the comment section below what you guys thought of the fantasy draft in general. As usual, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please do me a favor. Go ahead and leave this video a like. It definitely helps me out a lot. And subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy DLloyd. I'm see y'all next time. Peace.